Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Brahmas Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, USFL Week 7. Yeah, Week 6 didn't go so well. 2-2 in straight-up picks, 2-2 against the spread, 1-3 on the over-under. Year-to-date, 13-11 straight-up picks, 11-13 against the spread, and 11-13 on the over-under. So 2 games under 500. It's been a real interesting season, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at the standings, right now in the North Division, the Philadelphia Stars are 3-3, followed by the New Jersey Generals, Pittsburgh Maulers, and the Michigan Panthers, all 2-4. In the South Division, you have New Orleans Breakers, Houston Gamblers, Birmingham Stallions, all 4-2, Memphis Showboats, 3-3. So everybody's within one game. You have, just so much parity, I guess would be the right word to say. Because over the last 3 weeks, so from week 3, 4, and 5, you had 10 road teams out of 12 win. Week 6, you had 3 home teams win. So the parity is second to none in USFL right now. The XFL was the same way earlier this year. All right, so we're going to give it a shot. Again, we're week 7. We have 10 weeks plus 2 playoffs. Once we get there, we will have the CFL starting, and so that will run up until November, and then in September we have CFL, or we have the college football, and then we will have the NFL. So yeah, football all year round. It's kind of interesting. Super Bowls, just nonstop football. All right, Birmingham Stallions 4-2, 4-2 going against the 4-2 New Orleans Breakers. The Stallions are 2-2 at home, but 2-0 on the road, while the Breakers are 1-1 on the road and 3-1 at home. Week 3, New Orleans beat Birmingham at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, 45-31. New Orleans had a time of possession in that game, 36 minutes and 36 seconds, while Birmingham was 23-24. New Orleans had more plays. They had 66 plays for 483 yards, while the Birmingham had 44 plays for 253 yards. The line on this game is Birmingham -1. I am picking Birmingham to win. I get them winning, covering, and under on the 45.5. Next up, the 3-3 Philadelphia Stars take on the 2-4 Pittsburgh Maulers. While the Stars are 2-3 on the road, 1-0, 2-3 at home, 1-0 on the road, while the Maulers are 2-2 on the road, 0-2 at home. Week 3, Pittsburgh did beat Philadelphia at Ford Field, which Philly and Michigan share. Pittsburgh won 21-13. Pittsburgh had a time of possession of 31-56, while Philadelphia was 28-04. Philly had more plays, though, 57 for 235 yards, or 257 plays for 235 yards. 54 plays for 202 yards for Philadelphia, or for Pittsburgh, excuse me. Philly is favored by 1.5. This was one of those games that I'm looking at what has been transformed so far this year and was just like, so I'm giving the 1.5 to Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh at home winning, covering, and under on the 39. Next up, we have the 4-2 Houston Gamblers versus the 3-3 Memphis Showboats. The Gamblers are 2-1 at home, 2-1 on the road, while the Showboats are 2-2 on the road, 1-1 at home. Week 3, Houston won 30-26 in Simeon Bank Liberty Stadium. Houston had a time of possession of 32-12, while Memphis is 27-47. Houston had more plays, 64 for 365 yards, while Memphis was 56 for 317. Houston is favored by 3. I got them winning, covering, and over in the 43.5. Next up, we have the 2-4 Michigan Panthers going against the 2-4 New Jersey Generals. Michigan, excuse me here. Michigan is 0-4 at home. They were 0-4 at Ford Field. They are 2-0 on the road. Week 3, New Jersey won 28-10. That was a game at Ford Field. Now we are in New Jersey. We're at Tom Benson Stadium. Michigan is 1-0 at Tom Benson Stadium, while the Generals are 1-1. The Generals are also 2-3 on the road. This is one of those games. It's like you just kind of flip a coin. The actual line of the game is New Jersey 6.5, and then 40.5 is the over/under. I'm giving the 6.5 to Michigan. I got New Jersey covering, so Michigan winning at the 6.5, New Jersey covering the 6.5, and then under on the 40.5. So that is the USFL week number 7. Again, we have 10 weeks, 2 playoff weeks. We will crown the 2023 USFL champion. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.